Hello and welcome to Let's Talk About Live Shopping, a series dedicated to unraveling the intricacies of video commerce in all of its variations and formats. I'm your host, Cynthia Nelson, three-time entrepreneur, Forbes contributor, investor, and advisor. Today, I have the sincere pleasure of talking to Ajay Bam, CEO of Vyrill. Good afternoon, and thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, hi Cynthia. Good afternoon. Thanks for having me. Love your background, by the way.
It is all fake. This is
Okay.
my new California background since I'm moving to LA. It's my new California sleep background. And yours is very like mid-century modern. I love that too.
It's my aesthetic. Thank you. Thank you.
It is mine as well, but I use kind of this California studio look for right now. Anyway, there's always a great founder story. I want to know your background and how you started Vyrill. First of all, what is Vyrill? So people know it. First, I love the name, by the way. Freaking great choice. But what is Vyrill? And then how did you come about doing this?
Yeah, so let's start first with I'll tell you a little bit about Varroll and then I'll get into my background so it'll give some context why I started the company I did. So essentially, today, the problem that Varroll is going after is that 95% of world's video content today is not searchable. And hence it's not very useful. So I'm sure we have all as shoppers have been in this challenge where you're on a website, e-commerce site, store, you have selected your product, and there are 35 videos on the page. Let's take an example of BMW, right? And you're looking for a very specific feature in a car, which is a car with leather seats. That features perhaps a driver that looks like you. So let's say a female driver, and you're looking for a car that's a particular model and a color.
Mhm.
So I bet you today you can't really find the exact answer what you're looking for. And as a result, what happens is most shoppers usually will just select a single video. If they can't find the answer, they give up and move on.
Right.
When brands have spent thousands and millions of dollars, in case of BMW, millions of dollars, either producing that content
Yeah.
or licensing that content from influencers and other customers and more. And the ROI today is pretty low because only 5% of that, because of this behavior, only 5% of that video content gets consumed. So this is really the problem we're going after. So what Varroll does is we are a video intelligence, which is voice of shopper and a video marketing platform. And so what we do is, in this example, we make all those 35 videos searchable by
Mhm.
analyzing the audio, text, images, and transcription in 15 dimensions, such as sentiment, topic, scene, demographic, diversity, brand safety, product safety, trends, keywords, and all that. And we essentially make that content useful. So going back to the BMW example, we offer a video search bar on your site. So you as a shopper now can ask a question, show me a car with leather seats featuring a male driver. Not only will Varro find the 4 videos featuring leather seats and a female driver, but even better, we pull all the clips together. So the key thing with video is that you have to take the shopper to in the first few seconds, you have to show them the answer. If not, they will swipe left and move on.
Mhm.
And so essentially, how do you find what you're looking for in a video and speed shopper decisions? And in this
Right.
process, speed transaction and orders for brands and retailers is at the heart of the problem we have solved. So we have both a video intelligence and a video commerce solution. So a little bit of my background and how I arrived here. I've been studying shopping behaviors for about 18 years now. So previously built and sold a mobile shopping app company out of Boston, where we had built an app where you can scan and bag inside retail stores with your phone. So we increased the basket size by sending you promos, and we cut the lines. So there was a very clear ROI around the lift and speeding the transactions. So sold that company in 2009, and then after that, went to work at Nokia, the phone company,
Mhm.
where I ended up launching the App Store in about 35 countries around the world. And so both these experiences were tremendous. And so I've been studying e-commerce shopping behaviors, both online and offline, for a very long time. And so started Varroll before COVID. We actually came out of UC Berkeley from the machine learning lab and the Skytech incubator program. And really the story behind starting Varroll is very simple. For the past, I would say 12, 14 years since YouTube was launched,
Yeah.
a lot of shoppers are now watching videos, reviews, unboxing videos, how-to videos, recipe videos before they shop. And they're making a lot of videos after they shop.
Mhm.
So there's massive amounts of video content out there. There's also massive amounts of video consumption as well
Mhm.
that's happening as well. And I think what's happened in the last, I would say, 15 years is that in overall video consumption has accelerated. And then COVID happens. And then, of course, during COVID, we're all home, we're buying online. And, when you're buying online and can't visit a store,
Yeah.
guess what? Videos are extremely helpful.
Mhm.
Videos really drive the brand trust because you can see the product, the person, and the emotions inside the video. So you see a lot of leading brands like Casper, the mattress company, Glossier,
Mhm.
leading their e-commerce with video content.
Mhm.
And so COVID really changed the game for video. And then, of course, TikTok happens
Right.
in
Right.
2021,
Right.
and that was a big game changer. And
Right.
so here we are. And so that's really a quick background. And I mean, honestly, video consumption took off, but there was no way to finance this in the video. So I said, let's solve this problem and see. By the way, I've experienced this as a shopper, and I've
Yeah.
experienced this being on the other side with brand at Nokia as well.
Yeah, I mean, great. Thank you so much for your background specifically, and the length of time that you've been in this. You didn't just come out of nowhere, right? And also, I love the stat of 95% of video content is not searchable. How can that be? Right? It just blows my, like, seriously, it blows my mind that it's not searchable. Literally, I don't know what even, it's jaw dropping. That is like, your mic drop moment, right? On your TED Talk. But from a consumer perspective, those video reviews, I mean, I look at them too. Especially if you're buying high ticket items, or maybe you saw something on
Exactly.
TikTok that was really cool, and you're like, does that actually, it could be makeup, it could be,
Yeah.
whatever it happens to be. Does that actually really work? Does it really look as good as they say it does? And you start searching for videos of it, and I give up in like 2 seconds. I'm done because
Right.
I can't find what I'm looking for. There
Yeah.
hasn't been an AI tool that I've seen that can find me those things. I mean, I could do Google, for the image side of it,
Yeah.
but the fact that you can break down videos into clips based on what I'm actually asking for is incredible. And I think from a brand perspective, if they're able to analyze their own brand, their own marketing and their own videos, right? Take a brand,
Absolutely.
Betty Crocker, or like thousands of, I mean, the database of recipes.
It's crazy.
It happens to be a brand that I worked on many, many, many years ago
Yeah.
at TDB.
Yeah.
But we're talking a heritage brand with cookbooks and huge test kitchens, and they produce all this video content. They're pushing out there for them to be able to go back in and pull out and reuse that content over again very quickly by just accessing, saying, I want to know how many videos featured Asian food that had this with this particular host during this time. It was spring and we were doing egg free, whatever, and like it would
Yeah.
slowly suck that together. That's a whole like series that you could start producing and sticking back out, like reusing content and getting higher ROI of the content you've already produced, which we know, especially with brands like that, it's very expensive.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I think one of the big challenges today with social media is there's so much content out there.
Yeah,
I mean, a brand like Nike has more than 25 million videos just on YouTube. And I'm
like
not even counting TikTok and Instagram and
crazy.
other platforms that happen after, right?
Right, right.
And so how do you really find the reviews that people are posting, right? That's one of the problems that we solve here at
Mhm.
Viral is we've integrated with TikTok, YouTube, Instagram,
Makes sense.
Dropbox, Google Drive,
Yep.
Shopify. So no matter where you're capturing your video, whether it's social or whether you're running a campaign, and we offer a tool, by the way, to capture UGC videos, Viral can capture that video. And there are multiple ways of capturing it programmatically, manually, via API, and all of that. And I think the important thing is once you capture is really understanding it.
Right.
And so the problem that you described before is that you couldn't find for a long time video content was not searchable. And the reason is most of it was primarily based on title.
Mm-hmm.
And title doesn't always tell you the 15
Right.
ingredients that are in the recipe or the
Right.
25 features or
Right.
maybe the 5 features
Right.
featured in the car review, right? And so first thing is capturing it. The second is being able to capture that and understand what product, brand, category, or SKU it's about. The third is being able to rate and rank it.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can decide, what are the top 10 videos and what are the worst 10 videos
Right.
that people have posted. And
Right.
so this is also an area where we actually spent a bit of time over 2.5 years building a scoring system. So now we assign every video a score on a scale of 1 to 100. If the score is above 70, the video is brand safe. And of course, brand safety is three kinds. And what's interesting about video is that video has a text element, an image element, and audio element as well. So we're actually looking at brand safety. Is there nudity in the video? Is there foul language? Are they minors? There's a lot of regulation around whether kids can be in the video or not, and of course, this
Right.
varies by country, right? So being able to filter out that content
Yeah.
and being able to rate and rank it, and if the score, for example, is below 50, then it's a very negative video. It's a great insight for your brand and your
Right.
product
Product team.
team,
Yeah.
right? And can be very helpful to either maybe they're talking about your customer service, or perhaps there's a reference to the battery life in a device and so on, right? So these insights can be very valuable, and ultimately they're helping you produce better content, ramp up do better with your customer, respond to your customer,
Mhm.
where they are and what they're talking about as well. So really, it can help you build your content marketing and your e-commerce strategies. It's important to know not only what you have, but what you don't have, right?
The gap.
If
Yep.
you're a brand, I mean, you mentioned Betty Crocker. If you're targeting a certain populations, let's say you're building new products around Hispanic populations or Asian populations, given the rise in these populations in the US, you can now perhaps do an audit to see if you have Asian populations represented in your videos or not, and so on.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
like, I mean, I can go on, but I think the bottom line is understanding your content will help you with better ROI.
So I think that interesting, right? You're doing two sides. You have an app. You obviously you can be easily integrated into a MarTech stack of a big existing brand and client. You could be used by a mid-market client, easily. And then you have this other side, which is the dashboard and your data analytics side. So tell me, like, what types of analytics? I mean, we talked about the above 70%, right? But what
Yeah,
other analytics on, a 30-second video where you pulled out 10 different things that I asked about? What
yeah,
other analytics could, how actionable are those analytics into, can I on the fly change my SEO words? Should I, what can I do with
yeah,
the data I have? Because data is great, but if you don't know
yeah.
what to do with it, it doesn't matter.
I agree. I agree. And by the way, this is a great question, and this is a great challenge that as a startup, we have faced, and we have been working with over 50 brands to really understand, what do they need to do their jobs? What do they need to
Yeah.
drive more ROI? And so we have discovered there's sort of 5 key insights that are important. The first is sentiment analysis, right? I mean, this is like the holy grail. I mean, every brand should know, what are positive and negative things that people are saying. Now, what's interesting with Viral is that we can actually pull the clips from the video that are very positive and negative. We can pull the highlights as well. So you as a brand manager, for some brands, we have analyzed thousands of videos, 12K of videos in less than 2 days, would it
Right.
have taken them months and
Oh,
years
years.
to
And
analyze that
human
content,
error,
right?
by the way.
Right,
You'll
right.
never be able to get it. Yeah.
Right. And so with our sentiment report, you can actually at SKU level, at demographic level, you can actually sort your data and get insights and highlights, both positive and negative, what people are saying about your product and brand. So, long story short, I mean, we dramatically improve the productivity on reading, watching sentiment for brand managers. They can do this within hours or minutes versus years. So that's number one, sentiment report. The second is demographic. I think representation and diversity, as we know, are very important for brand growth. And so, doing an audit, it could be, we recently even did an audit for a brand. We analyzed all their ads and their branded content, and we discovered that it was only primarily featuring Caucasian two men in the videos.
Yeah.
And that was a huge insight. They realized that, and by the
They
way,
probably never even noticed, right?
yeah.
They had
And
no,
and honestly, to be backed up by data saying, hey, we have analyzed your 300 ads,
right.
and most everyone in the video is Caucasian, and you're
Yeah.
mentioning that you're targeting a different population.
But you're
So
not
you
showing
need to
it.
start thinking about, right? Or maybe work with creators or generate more UGC content
Yeah.
that features your target demographic, right? So the demographic. Or the third is brand safety. Just in being able to scan all the videos and ensure that anything you're publishing, doesn't violate any rules, whether it's, for example, if you're promoting video on Amazon, Amazon has certain rules and
Yep.
filters,
Yep.
right? You cannot use the word, mention the word coupon. You cannot use the word Walmart, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we have a mechanism to filter out and have a brand safety report and data as well. So we have that. Then we have a speech report where we generate a list of keywords from your audio, from your UGC content. So, maybe there's a certain way that a customer is talking about your recipe or about your brand.
Yeah.
Perhaps that's the way, that's also perhaps then how they're searching as well for your product and brand inside on search engines. So we can generate an SEO keyword list from all your video analysis as well, from the audio, from the transcript, right? That can be extremely helpful. And then finally, for videos that we track on social content, we also do engagement report as well. So quickly giving you a sense of what campaign worked, perhaps if you're running a campaign, or perhaps what video was the most popular video and why. So the why, I think most platforms generally capture the likes and
Yeah. Yeah.
views,
Yeah.
but Varl can instantly within a minute can tell you the why.
Why? That's the bigger question.
That's the bigger question.
No one cares like you liked it and you did this, but why did you like it?
Correct.
Is
Correct.
really that becomes, a much more significant piece of data.
Yeah, and
We
the beauty
deep
of
dive
Varl
into
is,
that. Oh, now we have customers that like it, but these are the reasons why they actually like it.
yeah, yeah.
We need it for that personality, that persona. We need to go deeper in this particular area and engage with them in that way. Yeah.
Yeah, and this really
That's,
ties to these four, five data insights that I
yes.
mentioned, right?
Yes.
The fact that, the fact that you can get those insights right away, the why. So right away you see the sentiment. Oh, so this is a very popular feature, and maybe that's what's resonating with customers,
Exactly.
right? So the why is more important, and that's the question we've been answering on our platform:
Yeah.
is why video?
Why video? Why
Really,
video
that's
and how do we actually use it in a much
yeah,
more constructive way? And this
right,
is a
right.
great, an amazing and great use of AI. And I know we were laughing about the other day, AI, AIO, EIEIO, AI, everybody's talking about AI. Some of it's on a napkin. I'm sorry, but I know this takes a really long time to do. You've been at this for how many years? 4 years now?
Yeah, yeah, these are difficult AI problems. I mean,
Yeah.
not easy to solve. I think I wanted to mention that, before you mentioned, why has search not happened before? Why has video search not happened before? And the problem with or the challenge with video is that it's multimodal. And a video consists of and half an hour video, depending on the resolution, can also consist of 1 million frames of
Yeah,
images,
exactly.
right?
Exactly.
And we didn't have the computing power before,
The
even like 5 years
processing.
ago when I started the company,
Yeah.
to be able to process millions of videos. I mean, now today we do, World can do million videos a day,
Yeah.
but this capability did not exist. And also, I think now we're seeing significant advancements in the LLM models,
Yeah.
but still we still have far ways to go.
Yeah.
I mean, I just read a stat that the best LLM model that is able to connect dots to help you with your generative AI stuff, it's only read as much data as a 4-year-old has read in like 4 years. Like it's just, I mean, it's only so much,
Yeah.
you know. So we still have ways to go in terms of being able to understand content, and multimodal content is even richer and harder.
I think it's a great point. Again, you've been around, you understand it, you've built your data sets, the product is already there, it works. You're working with brands, all the things that brands want to hear. They never want to be the first one in. That's like investors, they never want to be the first one in, but you've
Yeah.
been doing this for a long time. You have great people in your company and on your board of advisors, I saw as well. Uh, how can people reach out to you from a brand perspective? We're here to drive clients to you. How do they get you?
Yeah, absolutely. So they're welcome to reach out to us at my email as well, ajay@vyrill.com. And happy to, we can help you set up a demo for your brand, and we can actually show you and give you some insights on some of your TikTok and your YouTube content. So if you like, please reach out to me, and happy to tell you more. Or if you're just interested in more, you're building your video strategy and you're interested in tips and advice on how to even go about it, I'm happy to help out and give you some insights. For every category, there's certain types of videos, UGC videos that do really well.
Mhm.
And so happy to give you a lot of tips and advice if you need anything. So yeah, so please reach out at my email address. And of course, our website is www.vyrill.com, VYRILL. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Really enjoyed the conversation and good luck with everything. I see great things ahead for you.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks so much. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh.